Hello, everybody. It's a pleasure for me to be here among all these friendly Bulgarian people. My name is Jesús Pinilla. I come from Sail BirdLife, which is the BirdLife partner in Spain. And I'm also here on behalf of my colleagues, Sofia Capellan and Joana Bores from BirdLife International, and Juan Martin from Salarte. Now, this work has been made with the financial support of the MABA Foundation, to whom we are very grateful. I'll do my best to stick to the 15 minutes rule. Otherwise, I guess I'll have to change my mind about the Bulgarian hospitality. So, discount time. Okay, let's start with the beginning. And in the beginning, there were, this one? Okay. In the beginning, there were wetlands. And afterwards, there were man-made wetlands. According to the Ramsar Convention Secretariat, these man-made wetlands are built out of the natural wetland substrate to accommodate activities such as salt extraction, aquaculture, rice cultivation, or water storage. Despite the artificial nature, these structures still maintain certain natural processes by which they may preserve some of the ecological functions of natural wetlands, such as waterbird habitat for breeding, feeding, and roosting. However, to support the provisioning of such functions, specific management and conservation measures are required. Among all these artificial wetlands, saltpans stand out. Salt has been much appreciated and produced since antiquity, especially for food conservation and as a condiment. And so salt ponds have been managed and cared for centuries. These environments where water is managed constitute an essential habitat for migrating bird populations across the whole Mediterranean. And that's why we want to preserve them. However, many salt pans in the Mediterranean basin, as in the rest of the world, went into decline along the 20th century with increasing use of refrigeration, which superseded salting as a way of preserving food. Salt pan abandonment implies the loss of avian richness, as well as most of the associated ecosystem services. And this abandonment leads also to the loss of cultural, ethnographic, and social heritage. And again, that's why we want to preserve them. The versatility of salt pans means that they can offer a range of socio-economic options that go beyond just salt production and may guarantee their survival in this, our globalized world, in which commercial competition is fierce, as you know. These salt pans need to keep looking ahead and adapting to the criteria, the needs, and the demands of the 21st century, producing new products of high added value. And what have we done for that? Well, we have produced a document, an interactive PDF document in several Mediterranean languages. I'm afraid Bulgarian is not one of them, and I apologize for that. But in this document, what we have done is a compilation of initiatives, of activities that can take place in saltpans in order to diversificate the economic activities in these environments. The structure of the document is quite simple. We have grouped these activities in the 4 or 5 production sectors, primary, secondary, etc. And for each one, we have produced, let's say, a fact sheet with a very simple explanation of what can be done. In this example of the primary sector, we have the production of halophyte plants, sea vegetables, and macroalgae for human consumption. These are things that people have thought here and there and have included them as activities in their saltpans. And what we would like is that this compilation of activities may serve as an inspiration for people that actually manage saltpans, so these saltpans can survive in the long term. In these fact sheets, we've put a simple explanation of the activity. What is it meant for? In this case, for example, people are producing the very well-known salicornia or the rupia maritima, but for human consumption, which is not something that happens everywhere. Apart from that, in the bottom of the fact sheet, there are some hyperlinks to web pages of sites, of companies that are doing these things profitably. Here another example, in this case a secondary sector, for manufactured products such as liquid salt spray, fish scale collagen, flavored salts. Even cheese is produced in the areas of the saltpans. For example, le fromage de Camargue. Is it correct, the pronunciation? Excellent. Also cosmetics and even jewelry is being made with the products that can be obtained in the saltpans. Again, at the bottom of the fact sheet, you have hyperlinks to web pages. In the very important now tertiary sector, services to tourists, we have, for example, environmental education, heritage interpretation, and nature tourism. People can diversificate the offer of these activities in the salt pans and the near surroundings for, as I've said, environmental education, heritage interpretation. Here you have the Pomoria salt pans in Bulgaria. I didn't know I was coming here, and it was a relief to see that Bulgaria was here. And also nature tourism, of course, to watch birds and other animals and plants. We can go to the quaternary sector about research. The possibility of bringing together public and private research projects is yielding very interesting results. For example, you can see here pink salt with microalgae, which is being carried out in the Canary Islands, algae-based skin care, and all this is being possible due to this public-private research. Finally, we can think about these carbon offsetting projects, given the high carbon sequestration capability of this kind of habitats, and in today's carbon markets, we should have a look at these environment, salt pans, and the surroundings in this respect. And that's it.